can I interview you for my YouTube channel?
Sure. What's your YouTube channel now?
It's about your feet.
I hope you don't have to see my feet right now.
Okay, let me explain to you.
They are pretty bad.
Let me explain to you, because it's about mental health as well.
Okay.
So what I do is I go up to strangers, women, and I ask them to model their feet for me.
Oh my gosh.
To get their reaction, so that other foot photographers can see what we're doing and then cope with the anxiety part of it, of meeting someone new and trying to do what I'm doing.
Okay.
So it's like get your reaction and see how you deal with it, your reaction, getting different people's reactions.
Oh my God. Okay.
So
Dang it, I should have gotten that pedicure.
Yeah, exactly, see? Yeah. But first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna ask you some questions about my approach and how you feel about your feet, and then see where it goes from there.
Okay.
So you cool with that?
That's
All right.
awesome. Oh my gosh, thank you. That's
so when I came up to you and asked you to do this, how did you feel?
I'm open.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, makes sense to me. Have the whole gear on, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, sure, why not? It's feet.
Yeah. Okay. So the subject matter, how do you feel about that?
You want to know something really funny? Was starting the whole reel that went through my mind was like, when I was growing up, I was always insecure of my feet.
Really?
And so I always made sure, as like a young adult, I always made sure I had a pedicure. I always made sure they were like nice and soft.
Yeah.
And through COVID, I'm like, I haven't had a pedicure in like a year.
Oh, okay, really?
I'm like, woo! But you know what? At the same time, it's like, you know, through the feet, like I'll come out and I'll walk around on the grass and whatever. It's like where we get our grounding, how we can connect through our feet to the earth, to Mother Earth, get that energy. And really, I've been trying to add that more into my routine.
Okay.
Right? It's like your feet get you where you gotta go, but it's also, it can nourish you in so many ways.
Right.
People really see it.
Now, what's the reason why you stopped getting pedicures? Because there's nowhere else to go, or it's just your place closed?
My place closed, yeah.
There are other places open though.
Yeah, I know, but like, you know, I'm supporting like my one like little spot, but they'll open back up. I'll go back to them.
Hopefully.
I'll definitely go back to them.
So they're not doing on the outside?
This particular place is not, interestingly. So yeah, I get to figure that out.
Okay. All right. So have you ever got compliments about your feet?
All the time.
All the time?
All the time.
Really? From men or from women?
All the time, from everybody.
From everybody?
Oh my God! When I used to be like, yeah.
So you never decided to be a foot model ever?
No.
Why not?
No, just I just never, I didn't even think of that. Actually, it's funny. I did do one infomercial with like some kind of product, but.
Okay. How do you feel when a man gives you a compliment about your feet?
About my feet?
Yeah.
Fine. I always giggle. I always think it's like, oh, it's a fish. I mean, pretty much, I feel like. Because I feel like most people don't really think about feet.
Okay. So if someone gave you a compliment about your hair, or your eyes, or your eyebrows, would you still think that's a fish too?
No.
So what's the difference?
No, I don't know what it is. I think it's because they're at the bottom of your body, and so it's not something that people normally are really paying attention to. A lot of people are not paying attention to that. I think anyway, but so yeah.
But you pay attention to them because you get pedicures a lot.
Long time. I did for a long time.
Because it's a common reaction when I ask women, "How do you feel when you get a compliment about your feet?" They say it's weird. They feel like the guy has, one of those things, and then it's like, well, you get pedicures, you beautify your feet. From a guy's perspective, it's like, why is that weird if we're complimenting you about something that you pay so much attention to?
Makes sense.
You know?
Yeah.
So where does that weirdness come from, do you think?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
It's so interesting. Now that you're asking the question, I'm like, it feels like I saw something many years ago, if I saw something on a TV show or in a movie or something, that they made it that thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's like something that's like, oh, it's obscure. I don't know where I got that thought from. I can't place it.
So that image, that thought gets imprinted in your mind, and then that's what you refer to every time someone brings it up.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that happens across the board on so many things.
Mm-hmm.
So many things.
Right.
I think for women especially, we get told things, or things are said to us, or complimented even, and it's like you take it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? As like the thing.
Right.
You get to release it.
Got it. Okay. So what if a man was really interested in your feet? Like he wanted to give you a foot massage, rub on your feet, smell on your feet, lick on your feet.
Yeah.
Would you be receptive to it, or is that repulsive to you?
I don't know. I guess it would depend on the man.
It would depend on the man.
Yeah. I mean, like a stranger, no.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my husband, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. But if they wanted to do it, someone that you knew, someone you felt comfortable with, you'd be open to it?
I guess. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I'm really ticklish. I don't know.
You're ticklish? Are you one of those people that
I
like
laugh
being
the whole time through a pedicure.
So, okay. So
The
do you
whole time.
enjoy being tickled, or do you not like it?
No, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I don't
You
know
don't
if it's an enjoy or not enjoy. All I know is when I get my pedicure, I laugh.
Okay.
The whole time.
Okay, so can we see what your feet look like?
Oh my gosh.
Even though they're not pedicured?
Yeah, even though they're not pedicured. Sure.
Don't put it on the ground. I don't know, get it dusty. Okay. What size shoe are you?
8.5.
8.5. Let me get it from this perspective.
Oh, they're a little pudgy today.
From walking?
I guess. They're a little pudgy.
Pan.
I dropped a scissor. That's that little mark on there. I dropped a scissor on my toe.
Can I touch your feet to hold it up?
Ah.
Is it okay if I touch?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, so they got all that dust on the bottom. Let's see the other foot without the dust. Okay. Oh, these are dusty too. You been walking barefoot?
Well, I have no
Okay.
socks on there.
No socks. There we go. There's that sunlight. Scrunch it down. Make it like a fist.
Huh?
Scrunch your toes down. There you go. Hold it up. Let me see. Scrunch them down again.
This is funny. Oh.
There you go. So how do you feel right now doing this?
I feel a little weird.
You feel a little weird? Why?
Yeah.
Put both feet up.
Oh,
Both feet up, yeah. You say you feel weird? Why weird?
I'm just, I don't know. I'm like, where is this going to end up?
It's going to end up on YouTube. You forgot already? So, okay, I'm taking pictures and videos of your feet, and you say you feel weird.
Yeah.
Where's this going to wind up? Why are those thoughts coming into your mind?
I'm just, I don't know. I'm like, nobody's ever been that interested in my feet. So,
So now that you've experienced it,
yeah.
anything bad happened out of it?
No, nothing bad.
Keep your feet out for a minute, because we're not done yet.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
All right.
So it's weird. It's a new experience, right?
Yeah.
So now that you experienced it, what's your thoughts? What's your emotions? Can you attach your thoughts to an emotion? People always, because people always say weird, but that's not really an emotion.
Yeah,
It's
I
more
don't
of,
know.
it's
what
more
the
of like
emotion
it's kind of
would be.
abstract.
I don't know what the emotion. I don't know what the emotion would be.
You don't know?
No.
Okay, let me
No, I
use some
don't know
examples.
What the emotion would be.
Anxiety, sadness, happiness, anger.
None of the above.
None of the above. Nothing's
It's-
resonating.
Like, weird is the only thing I can think of. It's just like, oh, okay,
Okay,
interesting.
but no like emotion
I
to
don't
go
have
with it.
anxiety. I don't have. It's not like. Yeah.
Okay. So, what about my approach? How did you feel about my approach when I came up to you?
Well, we talked about that earlier, right? But you just,
But what feelings?
feelings in the
Yeah.
approach. There's no. There was no like. I mean. You're not one human being to another human being. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So.
Very interesting. All right. Put both
Yeah.
feet out again. Did I ask you your size yet?
8.5.
Lift your heels up. No. Put your feet both. Now lift your heels up like this.
My heels?
Yeah. I want to see the arch. Yeah, you have a nice arch. You ever done any type of dance?
No.
Hey, you had a good point too. Lift this leg up and point. Let me see the point again. That is a good point.
So funny.
Yeah, like that.
Oh my goodness.
Scrunch them back up. Scrunch them back down. Very nice. What do your feet smell like?
What? I don't know.
Can I smell them?
No.
No? Why not?
No.
Why not?
That's a whole other level of like, no.
Why?
Because I'm not comfortable with it.
Okay, so that's the first time you said that.
Yeah.
You're not comfortable.
Yeah.
So why does that make you uncomfortable?
Well, I mean, there's one thing to be like, oh, it's a fun little kind of experience to have. There's a whole other level of like intimacy that starts to go into like, all right, now you have my feet in your face. You know what I mean?
Okay, so that's not fun, you're saying? That's
No.
something...
Not for me.
Not for
I don't
you?
know.
Okay.
Why would I want my feet like...
So what's the worst that can happen? That's a major component.
Nothing. I could feel uncomfortable.
Okay, that's a major component of
Yeah.
dialectical behavioral therapy.
Yeah.
Because it's something makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I use the example of when you're isolating yourself.
Yeah.
And you're saying, look, going out and meeting people, talking to people, that makes me uncomfortable. But then they ask you, well, is there a threat to your life? Is there a threat to your health, a threat to your safety?
Yeah, of course.
What's the worst that can happen out of that?
Yeah.
Because if you keep yourself isolated, you could be preventing yourself
For
from
sure.
engaging in pleasant experiences and limiting yourself from life, pretty much. So I always ask that question. That's why I do that exercise, to see how you react. And if you say, oh, that's uncomfortable, then I ask, well, okay, what's the worst that can happen from that?
Yeah.
So what's the worst that can happen?
Nothing.
So why repulse from it?
Because why what?
Why repulse yourself from it?
I can't hear what you're saying.
Oh, why repulse? Why deny it? Why not engage in it? Coming from that perspective, why not do it?
Because I have free will.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to.
You just don't want to. That's
Yeah.
your limit.
Yeah.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're so welcome. What's the channel again?
Scouting sessions.
Scouting sessions.
Yeah. So, you have any recommendations, critiques, suggestions, modifications I can make to my approach?
I think. I mean, I don't. It's so interesting. I'm like, huh. Yeah, I mean, you asked, right? You were like, can I do this? Can I touch your feet? Can I do? And so people have free will.
Mm-hmm.
I think the difference. I think, it's going to really depend on person by person. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I know yes and I know between yes and no. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think what ends up happening is because, and you're doing this with women, it can I definitely had thoughts throughout. I'm like, this is kind of creepy.
Mm.
And then it's like I'm also in an isolated area. You know what I mean? So these things are coming through for a woman that don't happen for a man.
Mm-hmm.
We are never 100% safe in any situation. As comfortable, as cute as somebody might be, as nice as somebody might be, we're still not ever 100% safe.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is always going to be like in the back of our minds, I think, anyway, right? From many of the women that I talk to, and I work with women 24 hours a day. I mean, it's a big subject that comes up, and so I think maybe even, the areas and, whatever is where you get to like, because you're invading my personal space, right? I mean, I said yes, but then at the same time, it's like, oh, like, look at where we are, So it's a really interesting dynamic.
So why'd you say yes then?
I don't know.
You don't know?
You came over, you were nice, whatever. I was like, sure. I mean, that's the thing. People get to have the experience and they have the awareness of the experience. And so the ability to be able to then express that is like, okay, I get to have the awareness and so do you.
Right. Okay.
Simple.
So modifications? Any
I'm sorry?
Modifications that I could make that will make it better?
Yeah, I mean, I think slowing down your speech.
Okay.
And not holding the phone in front of your
Oh,
mouth,
okay.
and then maybe like you took your phone out and started recording right away.
Okay.
I would suggest, if you're going to do that, to then maybe show somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Like how I'm seeing a lot of these creators right now, what they're doing is they're walking up there like, this is my Instagram, this is my channel, I'm legit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, show the legitimacy, because that's where I was like, oh, I don't even know. You could tell me whatever you want to tell me.
Yeah.
And this could end up in some freaking weird foot fight.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I have no, right now I'm like, oh, well, it's done. What's done is done, because what am I going to do? Smash your phones? Throw it out into the ocean?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.
welcome.
Any parting words?
Nope.
Nope.
That's it.
All right.
That's
Perfect.
it.
Well, thank you very much for
You're
your
so
time.
welcome.
All
You're
right.
so
Take care.
welcome.